So we have finally come to the end of this incredible season, which I would say it exceeded my expectations, and this episode was the perfect ending of the Entertainment District arc. Last time, when Gyutaro was beheaded, he released a last resort explosion which looked so devastating that it would be impossible for our guys to survive. But apparently Nezuko had slept long enough and now it was time for her to save the day with her overpowered demon art. And not only that, but she also has the ability to burn the poison that Gyutaro used out of Tanjiro's, Inosuke's and Tengen's body. I mean, at this point it is officially confirmed that she really is a wild card with all of her demon powers. The situation with the demon siblings isn't looking very good for them because even as they are slowly disintegrating, they don't stop blaming each other, saying very hurtful words that really affect them both. And if you grew up with a sibling, you might really relate to moments like this, where in the heat of the moment very harsh words can be said and they are more hurtful not because of the content but because the one that is saying that is the closest person to you and the one that knows you the best. And that is what makes this moment so sad, because in their last moments Daki and Gyutaro choose to be resentful towards each other. But Tanjiro, being the most empathic character in all anime, recognizes that they don't really mean what they say and he stops them from fighting before things get much worse. Then we get into Gyutaro's and Daki's backstory, and as we get to know them better by seeing the miserable way that they grew up and everything that they have been through, it's impossible not to understand why they chose a dark path. It was interesting that some of the events in the backstory were foreshadowed in the early episodes of the season. For example, when Daki was burned by Nezuko's blood, she was reminded of the same pain that she experienced when the samurai did the same thing to her when she was still a human. And Gyutaro's body, looking weird and skinny in his demon form, represented the deprivation and hunger that he felt when he was still a little kid. One thing that got us all by surprise was the introduction of a new Upper Moon, who at the time when he transformed the siblings, he was the original Upper Six. So unfortunately, we got no MJ this time. And for the most emotional scene of this episode, we have the demon siblings who, despite the unfavorable outcome, chose to stay together even in the afterlife, realizing that despite everything they had been through, in the end the most precious thing that they had were each other. For 100 years this was the first time that an Upper Moon was actually defeated, but as we have witnessed, that was no easy task for our squad to accomplish. Also, now Tengen gets to retire and live a normal life with his wives just as he had planned before. I mean, we can all agree that the guy really needs some rest. The news of a defeated Upper Moon will surely not be met with ease by Muzan, and I'm really curious how the story will shift from this point on. In the last days it was announced that the third season is already confirmed, but we still don't have an exact date. I think Studio Ufotable should take all the time they need for the next one, because I'm sure that it will be very difficult to outdo the Entertainment District arc. And so these were all my thoughts for the last episode of this incredible season. Thank you for your attention and I will see you next time.